Shawggy, and today I'm glad to tell you that we have began again with the podcast Lag of Legends. I welcome you all today with two good friends of mine and guests for today's podcast. Oblivion Love, aka Steph or Stefan, and Book Lover has returned with us again today.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be talking about farming simulators. Basically, which, if you don't understand what the farming simulator part, if you're thinking of other simulators and games, those are not ones we're talking about. We're going to be talking about mainly farming simulators, at least I call them as such, like Minecraft, as well as Terraria, and Stardew Valley, and etc. If we think of any others, that are farming types that we've at least have experience in, we'll name them and talk about them. But if we do miss any, I will apologize to everyone because we don't have a lot of experience with all of the different types, but we do have a good amount of experience with specific ones that we're going to be discussing about today. So, without further ado, let's start off with Stardew Valley. Me and Book have played a lot of Stardew Valley. Book's played more than I have, though, so I think she should discuss and start us off with Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I have no clue about it, so I'll let you guys talk about that part.
So, Stardew Valley, I've noticed, is, a very cutesy game, a very nice game, and it's really, really easy to get into it, at least in the beginning, but it can be a bit deceptive, because when you first hear about it, I assume everyone listening to this, the first thing you hear about is graphics and the farming simulator part of it, which is why it's on this podcast. But there's a lot more to get into. You've still got to care for your animals. You've got to focus on your relationship with villagers. You've got to go mining, fishing, and gathering. It can really be a mess if you're not. What I usually do is I get into sort of a pattern. I've got one save file, my oldest one, 10 in-game years on it. And what that means is, well, usually my pattern is I immediately go check all my little statues that give out what I need, put that away, go to my farm out front, water that, go to my greenhouse, water that, put a little water in my animal bowl, dog or cat, and then you go into your barn, you care for your animals, and this all sounds very simple, right? Well, that's 2 in-game hours. Very, very short days. And then you can go and, faff about, do whatever you want. Go fishing, go mining, whichever.
Right. But I do notice with that, of course, there is a limited amount of time you have as well. With the difference between what I would say is Minecraft and they're not Farmville, Stardew Valley. My brain just goes to start Farmville because my grandmother played it for who knows how long. Stardew Valley. The difference between the two is that, like, Stardew Valley, there's a limit of how late you can go, and then you automatically get put to sleep, and so on and so forth. Where Minecraft, you can literally be awake for 1,000 days, if you want to. You don't have to worry about sleep. You never have to go to bed. But Stardew, I do enjoy, until my computer stopped working with it. But, Stardew is a really good, fun game that I would say is, like, the patterning, the things you have to catch up with, the things you have to, work around to do better for, like, the villagers, as Book stated, trying to make sure they're, you're good at good points with them or good quarrel with them. You have to make sure that you are always taking care of your crops, or they'll wilt, or they'll get bad. Making sure you take care of your animals, petting them.
That's the thing in Stardew Valley. If you don't water your crops, they just grow slower.
Oh, I thought they just wilted.
Right
oh, I thought they just wilted.
So
No.
in essence, it's
They only
a
wilt if
ultimate
they're
life
out of
simulator
season
more
or
than just a
if they're hit by
normal
lightning.
farming simulator.
Chef, just wait. Say that again, Book?
Sorry.
It's okay.
What I said was, the plants will only really wilt if they're out of season or if they're hit by lightning.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I just thought they just wilt if they don't get watered.
No,
Oh.
And by the way, crows are a real nuisance early game before you can get your scarecrow done.
Yeah. Scarecrows are like a need to have on every farm. I've noticed that one scarecrow can usually take up to a what is the freaking numbers? A 6 by not a 6 by a almost 9 by 9 plot, I would say. One scarecrow can be able to cover over that much of area. Because I went onto a save file with Beach, that lets you be able to have more land to place down crops and everything. You know what I'm talking about, book.
Right.
Like the beach area where it gives you a lot more space for you to do crops, but you can't put down sprinklers is the only difference in it. That gives you the most amount of land. I have tested that, and it's like I tried to test the limits of the scarecrow, and the scarecrow can only go to a 9 by 9 square plot of land if it sits in the middle. If it sits in the middle, it takes a 9 by 9 area. It's just, of course, takes out that one tiny spot. So basically, you have 80 stuff or 80 plants that you can grab, basically, in a sense. And it will cover over that wide spread of an area. Crows won't grab any more seeds, or won't grab any of the seeds or anything like that within that 9 by 9 square. At least that's what I've noticed. I might be wrong, but what I've noticed, it's done that before. Whereas when I try to place plants outside of the 9 by 9, crows were getting those, but weren't going inside of the 9 by 9 square. So I'm like, I think there's a limit to them. I understand if it might have gotten nerfed down when the developer touched on it, but you know what I mean, right?
I know.
Yeah. So what I say is that of course in Minecraft you don't have to worry about that. What you have to worry about is just enemies jumping on your farm, and that's it. And then you get the seeds back anyways. So that's the only thing with Minecraft's farming ability when you're actually making a farm. But there is actually a limit to the farm itself for Minecraft. The difference between Minecraft farms and not Farmville, Stardew Valley farms. Stardew Valley farms, as you stated, they only wilt in season. Minecraft farms, they never wilt, no matter what season it is, no matter what's going through. They never wilt. And Chef, you can vouch me on that. Minecraft crops never wilt. Unless you put mods in for them to be able to wilt, then that's one thing. But as long as there's a constant water source, you can even have a 1 block of water, and it can cover a 9 by 9 area. Or I think it's a 9 by 9. Yeah, 9 by 9 area.
The way water physics work in Minecraft too, you can have the water block underneath, therefore, so you don't actually have to make sure that it's on the same level as the ground either, because it's actually like a vertical fucking water dispersal as well. So you can have underground channels to water your plants and everything.
Yep. Which is what I like about that. Basically, think of sprinklers, but they never waste water and so on and so forth,
And because of that verticality, you can actually set up a lot of automatic farms to keep your crops harvested and stuff, especially for stuff like sugarcane and the likes.
Yeah. And they continuously grow for sugarcane or bamboo or anything like that. They constantly grow. That's what I know is 100% fact. They constantly will grow. For bamboo, they go up to 20, I think, is the highest they go. It's either 19 or 20 they go to the highest of for bamboo.
Normal sugarcane, I think the highest they go is up to 5 blocks.
No, 3.
If you use mods, they can go higher.
Sugarcane is 3. It's always been 3 ever since they've came out. It's always been 3 for sugarcane. They never go to 5.
3 after the first block?
No. 2 after the first block. 3 in total from ground up. They never go to 5. That'd be mods. Mods would make it to 5. I've tested it.
I know.
You can stack them higher than 5. You can stack them up higher than 3, but they don't grow
the base
past
one
3.
is definitely 4 blocks tall. From one plant you get 3 if you don't want to cut down the base one.
No, I've checked. with the newest update even. I've checked, Chef. It's not 4, it's 3. From ground up. It's always been 3. Mods make it higher. But bamboo goes to like, you're probably thinking of bamboo because bamboo goes up to freaking 19 to 20. And they don't need a water source. But besides the point, Stardew Valley also has the animal taking care of part. You know,
If I remember correctly, there are 4 main types of animals. And everything else is just kind of a variant of them.
yeah.
You have cows, goats. No, wait. The 4 main animals that everything else is kind of a variant of is cows, sheep, pigs, I think, and chickens.
Pigs and chickens, yeah. But in total, you can have,
Well, the new update, let's see. You have cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, rabbits, dinosaurs, ostriches,
ducks.
ducks, yeah. And void chickens, and if you marry Shane, you can have blue chickens. Well,
Ooh.
that's 10 animals by my count right there.
That is 10 animals, yeah. Other than having a fish pond and having fish.
I don't really count that, because
Yeah.
they don't really act like livestock.
Well, they actually kind of do because you can make caviar and then age it and then be able to get more money out of it when you do that.
I guess technically, yeah. You
So,
just don't need hay for them, so I don't know what. That's probably why I never count them, because literally every other animal, you need hay for them.
yeah,
Or you
where
can plant grass in their little paddock.
where fish doesn't need anything and they just automatically produce the caviar. It just takes a longer
Unless
period
they
amount of
start
time.
demanding-
Hmm?
Unless they start demanding something.
That's rare. That's
Yeah.
rare as hell.
You know it's a weird game when it's perfectly normal to dump fish into your little pond. When you know it's perfectly normal to dump a whole pizza into your pond because your blobfish need it.
Yeah, I've never had to feed my fish on the save that I had. You remember the save that I had? I had a pond, and then I had a jam fetish. I guess is what you'd like to call it. I had a jam fest.
Addiction. I called it an addiction.
Yeah, an addiction. Sorry, yes, an addiction. I had a jam of addiction, and it was too heavy.
You had an entire greenhouse, an entire shed, and your basement all filled
No,
with jam makers.
my basement wasn't filled with jam makers. No, I placed the jam makers in the basement for the time being, and then I filled the entire fucking basement with brew stands and
That
freaking
reminds me when he
barrels.
saw the one bunker on the
Oh dear God!
right, and he filled it, and he made a room underground specific to farm bees in, right? The moment I stepped in there, right, and I have a better computer than he has, right? The moment I step in there and the bees start coming out of the fucking blocks,
Oh, they all pop out at
that shit
once.
dropped my FPS by at least 50%. He flooded his fucking. I'm fucking surprised he never flooded his bunker with bees.
No, because I freaking made a specific door to make sure they couldn't pass out in or pass through, so they couldn't get out. But it's because because it would be nighttime, and then right once it's at the crack of dawn, all the bees come out of their hives, so they all freaking went pop, and all I heard was pop, and my screen froze for a solid minute.
Oh my god.
Because it's like, the thing is that all the bees come out at once. That's a problem, they come out all at once.
If you want an insta crash generator, ask Shawggy.
Yes, I know how to do it. I don't even need pistons to do it, I just need bees.
Yeah.
Just box in bees, put a bunch of freaking beehives all around, and just wait, and just spawn a bitch ton of bees, just give it a minute, wait till it's supposed to be sunrise, and then 3, 2, 1, and your computer crashes.
Yep.
But besides the point,
You got real defensive of your jam jars too.
I was.
Everybody sell one.
Oh yeah, I remember when you freaking were like, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and try and like move these?" I'm like, "Don't touch my jars! Don't touch my jars!" I was so up and up about it. I'm like, "You know, exactly my jam." because it was a wild berry
You were going
too.
full golem for a week there.
I was God. I was. There was no joke, Steph. I was straight up fucking Gollum. I'm like, my precious, my precious. And now that I look back at it, I'm like, I honestly, that's the one save I was actually hoping to get back to. Whenever I got the computer to work with Stardew again, I'm like, if I get it to work with Stardew again, I'm going back to that save and keep selling jam. Because I mean, hell, we were getting a bunch of money out of it.
Farming game.
Yeah.
I remembered another farming game. Slime Rancher.
Oh, I have not played that one.
I've watched it, but I've never played it.
Dude, you should. If you like Stardew Valley and the cutesy appeal of it, right? Stardew Valley has more of the fucking plant farming and animals and stuff in Slime Rancher, right? You get the animals that you can farm are chickens as food for the slimes, right? Because there's a variant of the slime that's basically a cat, right? And different types of carnivorous slimes will like different types of chickens. That's why, and I remembered Slime Rancher when you said that you can get blue chickens, right? That straight up reminded me of the painted hens you can get in Slime Rancher. The only variants of chickens are the female ones, the hens, because the roosters, or how the fucking game likes to call them, right? They're roostrous.
Interesting.
And the main objective, right, is to farm their plorts. It's like basically their poop in a sense, right? They poop out like this little crystal, and you collect it and sell it, right? With the money you collect, you can unlock and expand your farm, and explore a whole fucking island, and actually a couple of different islands, including like a teleporter one that you can get to.
Yeah, there's
Where
also
you can collect
mods.
different types of, yeah. Yeah, there are a couple of mods, but they're not that expensive. The most they do is like they allow you to collect special slimes that you can only get in a game mode that it has, like in a mini game. But the slimes don't really spawn anywhere else, and you can't really suck them up to farm them. That type of stuff. That's what it does. From what I remember, there used to be like a multiplayer mod for it, but it was kind of buggy. And besides the obvious, you can play with your friends and have fun, right? There wasn't a real change that it did, right?
Yeah.
There were like just two people in this single player oriented world, right? Otherwise, it's basically a stress reliever simulator. Straight up. Nothing about the game is stressful. It's straight up just meant for it to be the cutest experience of you just farming little cutesy slimes that you can get. Every single one of them has very cute sounds they make when they fucking collide with anything. You can give them chew toys that they play around with and bump into.
I've seen some videos of the game.
Yeah, you can get like a little fucking you can get a little freaking keys and stuff to open up the little treasure chests where you can unlock more fucking color schemes and stuff like that for your for everything. Honestly, you could have a different color scheme for your house versus your pens, for instance, right? And the only unique type of slimes that there were the puddle slimes and the magma slimes.
Yeah.
One you had to put into an incinerator, and the other one you had to put into a little pond that you built. The incinerator, you straight up had to fucking throw in either straight up chickens to incinerate or vegetables, right? And the slimes would basically eat the ashes.
Yeah. And honestly, I would say this for like Stardew Valley as well. Stardew Valley, its mining thing was like straight up like one of my most favorite things to do is go mining. Mining and fishing and all that jazz. Like most of the time, book you can verify. There are so many times I would straight up just leave my crops, not even water them, and just go straight for fishing. Not even care, just go straight for fishing. Or go straight for mining.
I was taking care of two farms at once. Thanks for that.
Well, I only did it mainly during like the fall and winter because we had the greenhouse, and the only thing I did was just water the greenhouse and just fucking left because that's all I ever used at that point. After we had the greenhouse, I used to only water the greenhouse and then fucking dipped out. I'm like, bye, and just left.
You were so insistent every time. Ooh, you got a new chick? Let me see. You got a new calf? Let me see. Okay, they're cute. Now I'm gonna go mining for the next week.
Exactly, basically, or I'm gonna go fishing for like a day and then I'm gonna go back to mining. It's because like my brain.
Stop sneezing here, please.
I am honestly surprised they didn't just make you put down a bed in the cave.
I know, right? Oof, I would have freaking slept there.
That would be interesting, though.
Oh.
The opportunity to just live in a cave.
Yeah, look, if they gave that opportunity, I would be never coming back
You'd
until
be
I was
gone
level.
in a heartbeat.
I would. Yep, I'd be gone in a
You'd move into the
heartbeat.
cave.
Yep, I would move into the cave. If I feel like if they did that, it would probably be a
Never come
mod.
back.
No, I would come back when I'm
You
level
would just be
10.
bumping elbows with the dwarves and the goblins. You just live there now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it would, instead I would just be like only like I can. Okay, my brain's starting to go too fast before I can speak. I was thinking as well, like if they actually have a mod to do that, but I think the way to do it is like you have to be at an elevator spot since like like every 10th one is like safe, there's nowhere no mob spawn, and I think that's the only place you'd be able to even place down a bed. But oh dear lord, oh dear lord.
Okay, so my cat just came in front of me, stood there, sneezed like 10 times, and left again.
Which one, Ashy?
That's animals for you.
Yeah, no, Pookie, his mom.
Oh lord.
Yeah, she has like a cold or something. She's been sneezing uncontrollably, but literally the only reason she came here for, right? Because she's sleeping next to my table as well. She just went on the table in front of me, sneezed 10 times, and went back.
She's like, fuck you. But anyways, I enjoy at least like with Farmville, you can be able to at least have like a dog or a cat. You
mean
know.
Stardew Valley again?
Yes. What did I say?
Farmville.
God damn it. Yes, Stardew Valley. Oh God. Yeah, Stardew Valley. I loved
all
having.
the little details of your pets too. Like for example, later, really late in the game, you can get a Junimo hut, which is basically these little apple spirits called Junimo, running around and helping harvest their crops. I noticed in my 10-year file, when my Junimo would come out to harvest crops, my dog, Dusty, would actually run around and play with the Junimo. They would hide in the crops together.
Oh, that's
That's cute.
adorable.
That
But
reminds me, hold on. I remember since you said like little fucking apple spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
what are you thinking of,
Hold
Chef?
on. I'm thinking of a Minecraft mod right now.
Not Thumbcraft, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's not Thaumcraft. I think it's called Mystic World, where it adds a bunch of mobs.
I think I know what you're talking about. Um, but like honestly though, I would only be in the mines until I'm level 10, then I'll just leave. Because that's what I did.
It's
I would just
Yeah, it's Mystical World. Hold on.
I
think
remember you would insist on completely cleaning out every single floor.
Oh, because I wanted the stone because of other stuff we needed to do. Because the other stuff we needed to build, we needed stone for. So that's why I went for nothing but fucking stone. And also, it's so then I could get a bunch of geodes for the freaking museum. That's also why, because I was getting geode after geode after geode. So I was just going ballistic. Oh,
Those
God.
last four, those do look a lot like Junimo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're originally
The
from
only difference is
a
that Junimo don't have legs. They just
Yeah.
kind of hop around and squeak.
yeah.
Sadly, I cannot be able to
They're
show this
originally
photo,
from a
but yeah.
mod. They're originally from a mod called Roots, I think, and they were just reused here because the original mod excluded them when it went into newer versions,
Mm-hmm.
and they cut a lot of the mobs from it. Although they were phenomenal, some of them were like really nice looking green nature spirits that resembled jellyfish.
Yeah.
It's like floating green jellyfish.
Yeah.
And
But
they were like super nice. They spawned when you started doing when you built your first like rune altar, right? They just spawned around like friendly spirits that you've attracted.
yeah. Honestly though, I'd also say this. For Stardew Valley, I would say was my number one favorite thing to do other than jamming was taking care of the wine and cheese as well as going fishing. Because my luck in
That's
fishing
the
was
fancy
stupid.
stuff.
Yeah. The thing is
Oh yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah.
I'm still mad that I was looking for an eel for 10 years, and then you hop on a file with me, and guess what he catches
The
very
first
time he fishes in the ocean.
The one thing you've been looking
Yep.
for 10 years. That's the moment you let go of the mouse and that's the
Because
moment you let go of the mouse and keyboard. Go in front of your in front of your window and ask yourself, "What is life?"
I
While
was
looking outside with a very confounding expression.
oh yeah, I did that. Another thing, he was this lucky in the mines too, because I remember I had been Clipper and I on another file had been searching for a crab for real world weeks because we needed one for a little Juma bundle that they give you prizes for.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? He gets only his third time killing a cave crab.
Wow.
My luck in Stardew was so damn stupid that it became a problem. When we had to get, because the thing is, one of the last items for one of the special Junimo, when you get rid of the shop or the shop that's trying to take out Pierre's business, Jojo, that's what it was. It was Jojo's Jojo Market. Jojo, sorry, Jojo Market. Sorry, my brain
Bizarre
goes.
Adventure Market.
Yeah, that's why my brain thinks the freaking. My brain doesn't see JoJo. My brain sees JoJo every time. I'm sorry, but like the when you get rid of the JoJo Mart, there is a Junimo there that you have to help and take care of. You have to go into the witches area in order to be able to fish a specific fish, and it has to be a specific star. It could not be under or higher of this star. My luck was.
My whole solution was just here, Shawggy, take that fishing rod and go. No, I have faith. Go.
Like I am like no, I go.
Just go.
But the problem is that I was getting so lucky. We weren't able to get the damn fish for the longest time. I was getting always the best fish and not the freaking fish star we needed. Until finally I'm like, wait a minute, I keep going too far out. Whenever I go too far out, I freaking get it. And if I get too far from a specific digit or from a specific part, I get this. I get the higher tier. So I need to go just below, but not too below, or I'm gonna get the lower shit. And I had to freaking perfectly do it at the exact time. And it literally took me so many freaking tries to get that freaking one type of star.
Meanwhile, I'm in the background reeling up old newspapers and seaweed, just going, I'm helping!
I'm helping! Basically. That's basically what I was like, I'm helping!
That reminds me of that fucking world we had where we fucking played together, right? We just every day we had to end it. We had to end it off for like so fucking long, right? We went fishing every day before nighttime, right?
Oh, I remember this, yeah!
And after we finished fishing, and yeah, by the way, he literally fished out like 3 mending enchantment and who knows what else they had on it for fishing rods, right?
Lure and look at the sea. He's getting just pure fish.
I'm just getting fish. He's getting all the treasure, right? And then at the end, he fucking literally wrote a page or two into his fucking book and quill in Minecraft. This, like, literally writing his diary every day.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did like a daily diary thing. I always did that with almost every world. I'd always cheat in like a freaking diary. Just that's all I would cheat in. Is just a diary and just be doing that. And I just like
that in. It's just a book.
But it's because sometimes because it was hard to fucking find ink sacks half the fucking time. That's why I was rare to find any ink sacs on my first couple of days. And I always want to do it on day one. I would always write down what I did on day one.
Okay, if you want to do
That's
it on day
why.
one, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's why I do that. Like, there was a time where, on an old channel of mine, I can't remember where it fucking is now, I would do a survival, by myself. Of course, I'd have the cheat mode on so that I could be able to at least cheat in the book and quill and then not cheat anything else in. And I would do a survival to see how many days I survived in a row without dying. And I had to get bunches and bunches of journals because there's a certain limit to the pages in it, sadly. I wish there was infinite pages to it. But I remember there was one where I would have, of course, one day is one page, or one day is like a couple of pages and so on and so forth. But you know what I mean. I wrote what happened every single day. And if I died, I then would go ahead and, of course, spawn back into the room, and then I'd make a quick video, doing all the different notes and stuff like that every single day, what happened, and I read it out loud, and I go, oh yeah, that shit was horrible, or, react to it, but like, yeah, I remember doing that. And then I just close down the whole entire fucking thing and just start over again. But I've freaking stopped doing that. I think I actually deleted that account because it was all just that bullshit and it was getting no views. So, sorry, my ribs are hurting. But like, honestly, in the long run, freaking luck with me in certain things is really damn good. Other times it's too good.
Yeah.
But as you're saying, Chef, about the me grabbing the damn book and quill, what else do you have to say?
Nothing else, honestly.
Oh, that was it? Oh.
Sometimes I just complain about what menial stuff you would like cheat in, and I'm like, why that? Out of all things, why that?
Because I don't want to cheat in everything else and it's not a real run.
No, I mean like such a small thing, right?
Yeah,
You
but
go to extend the extent of cheating in the first place, right? Although it's like a normal survival world, the intent is to just survive, right?
yeah.
All the things that you would cheat, it's like one of the easiest things, right? You cheat in the easiest thing.
It's because I try and do day one, just grab it and be done, type of thing. That's why. Sometimes I don't get luck getting leather. Sometimes I don't get luck getting a feather. Sometimes I don't get luck to have all three and paper for the longest time. Like, I won't be able to have a book and quill for probably like days on end because most of basically my luck is bad when it comes to trying to make a book and quill or anything easy and meaningless, kind of, in a sense. It takes me a long ass time to get that thing done. That's why I'm not, if it's like a book and quill, I'm just gonna cheat it in. It's something minute. And it's not something big like me trying to give myself a humongous stack of diamonds and emeralds. No, I'm not doing that shit, no. I just do a book and quill and just be done with it.
Yeah.
But besides the point, sorry, my ribs are hurting me.
It's okay.
But, like, Stardew, as well, with its creatures, like, I think Mine and Book's world, the one we had, is like the only world we've ever done a slime ranch as well.
Oh.
Oh yeah. There's all kinds of different creatures in Stardew Valley that you simply can't get in real life. If you couldn't tell from the fact that you can keep dinosaurs on your farm.
Yeah.
There's monster slimes, there's Junimo, which still looks especially similar if you go and look them up.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one monster called a Squid Kid. I don't know what the heck that thing is, but it looks like absolutely neither of those.
It just looks like a freaking face is all it is, and it shoots fireballs.
A floating moon. It's a little floating meteor with a face. That's literally it. And it just sits there and stares at you and shoots fireballs.
And then they call that a Squid Kid? Question mark.
Right? Oh, get out those things.
Yeah.
I hate them so much. I know it's a strong hate for them.
Yeah, there's a reason to the hate, and it's fine. One thing I like about it, too, like Stardew is a masterpiece that was done by one man. Or whoever the gender is, but yeah.
Make a really popular game like that on your own.
Yeah.
And what's funny
or let's
is...
say a small team.
What's funny is, the guy who made Stardew Valley Concerned Ape, he did that just to not only learn how to make it for college, like, this was a college assignment, no less.
Really?
He also did it to test out his video game compositions for, like, music.
Oh,
Interesting.
Oh,
I
by the
honestly
way,
enjoy the
I double
soundtrack. That's why I fucking put it
but
onto
that's
my Minecraft world.
Yeah. Say what book?
oh, it was just some random topic. Never mind.
Oh. Okay. But like and the thing is that like with Minecraft, I'd say like at first, in case you didn't know, it only started off with 2 people. I have the book right here. It started off with only 2 people at the start of the entire, game.
Let me guess, Jeb and Notch.
Yeah, Jeb and Notch. Well, you know that, but some viewers don't play Minecraft. They wouldn't know that about this. But yeah, Notch and Jeb. Notch was known as Marcus Alec J. Person. I can't freaking read his freaking name half the fucking time because my brain dies. He is the Minecraft creator and the co-founder of Mojang, while Jeb is actually just one of is the Minecraft developer. That's the only thing. They're both of Sweden, of course, and the thing that he is known for Jeb at least, the one thing he's known for is the redstone repeaters, the wolves, the climbing spiders, and the pistons is the one thing he's really the best and most known for.
Oh, so that's why the contraption is called a Jeb door.
Yep.
Okay, I always wonder what the fuck he had to do with the door.
Yeah. It doesn't state here, I don't think, in the book. If it does, then I have to reread the book again. But if not, they probably put it in later updates. But this is the first series. I have the first series of the books, hardcover, thank God. But like, let me see here. Minecraft started up in 2009, in case you didn't know. And it states here in the book, Notch begins working on his game idea and quits his job to concentrate on it full time. As work progresses, he calls it Cave Game. He releases the first version to the public and calls it Minecraft. The first accounts are registered and an official Minecraft forum opens. And I started when Minecraft first was released, which was in 2009. And I was 8 during that time. Minecraft moves to in development stage. Lots of things are added, including crafting, of course. 2010, we have 100,000 registered Minecrafters, and Minecraft reaches alpha stage. At the point, survival was the only mode available, but game updates began to come thick and fast. Sales of the game hit to 200,000. And then first ever Minecon was held in Washington State during the same year. 50 people attended, and my thing is, I'm going to stop for the moment. The thing I think about is, has Stardew even gotten this big at all? No, because it's not, I don't think it's that. How old is Stardew? Like, what, 2 or 3 years old, I think? How old is it, book?
Let me look that up.
Yeah. How old is Stardew? Because I don't think it's as old as Minecraft, of course, because I never heard of Stardew, back in my day. Like, I just started hearing of Stardew when the VRs came out. Because when the VR came out is when Stardew was being mentioned a lot more often. So,
Oh my god.
how old is it?
It was released in February 26th of 2016.
Yeah, it's not as old as Minecraft is then. But it is pretty old though.
Not 4 years.
Yeah, it's not too old though, yeah. It's only older than it by 7 years. Or not older than it. It's only like younger than it by 7 years. Like Minecraft, let's see, it's 2022. That means the game's been out for 23 years for Minecraft. Where Stardew's been out for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much basis behind Stardew's beginning and everything like that, because I don't have anything to look at the moment. But like,
In case I have both wikis open.
yeah, thank you. I have the books in front of me, so I am using the books right
Oh,
now.
yeah, by the way,
Hmm.
what the-
Hmm.
little fucking debunk here. Literally on the Minecraft wiki page, it says sugarcane is a block found as a 1 to 4 block tall plant.
I don't know why it says 4, because they stop at 3. I
There's
don't know
even a
why.
reference image. This is how I always seen it without mods, right?
I've always seen it as 3 tall, and it doesn't get any higher.
Yeah, this is 4. 3 would be
That's
a little
3.
too small.
That's 3.
No, it's not. It's 4. It is 4.
If you're counting the block below it, then yes, it's 4.
What
If
do you
they're
mean below?
counting,
I'm not counting the dirt. The base block till the top.
it makes no sense because I've never seen it that high. I've always seen it as 3. That's what I'm saying. It's always been 3.
I've always seen it as 4 ever since I started the game. That's like
I don't even know why then. I don't even know why then because I've always seen it as 3 and it never goes any higher.
Okay.
But anyways,
I debunked you.
whatever. Anyways, let's see here. What else does it state here? That'll be more interesting. There ain't really much for it right now for the short story or short history of Minecraft because it has a small amount. It doesn't have a lot of the history of it. But Minecraft grew very quickly, I would say, throughout every year. Like, every year it grew very rapidly. Like, the first Minecon, which was in 2010, only 50 people attended. But when Minecon showed up again in 2011, 2010 was 50, 2011 it boosted up to 5,000 people. During 2012, it was 6,500. And during 2013, I don't think it states here. It doesn't state how many people attended to the Minecon of 2013, but basically they started to rapidly grow as a company, and now we have over 1 million registered players. We have over 1 million registered players of Minecraft. Where Stardew, I think, is the same thing. Like, how many registered players are of Stardew at this point? I want to say it's still going to be increasing, because Stardew is a great game. I'm going to say that. Stardew is a really great game. Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And
apart from some... I was saying, oh, definitely. And apart from some, questionable fandom decisions, it's just an all-in-all sweet community for a sweet game.
Yeah.
The worst argument I've seen is whether or not a character in Linus actually deserves to have a house. But he seemed happy with that one, so...
Yeah. But I'll also state this. I'm trying to grab a freaking drink here. Anyway, also what I'll state here is, in general, farming games or farming simulators, at least I call them as such, of course, they are really fun in general. Either if you're alone or when you're with friends, you know. Now, if you think of a farming simulator and you think of an MMORPG or an MMO game, we're not talking about those. Those are a different discussion for a different day. But basically, I'll state this for Minecraft and Stardew, putting them both together for this one. They both have their differences of how to work in a sense, you know. To do certain things, of course, you can't be up constantly, like in Stardew, where you can in Minecraft. There is no such thing as like plants are out of season in Minecraft when there is in Stardew. But here's where it barrels down to the breeding of animals. Let me be more discreet on that. The breeding of animals, you can breed animals either way and be able to control the breeding process of animals in Minecraft and in Stardew. I will say that. Because like with cows, you can stop the breeding process and make sure they can't get pregnant and so on and so forth. And Stardew, and where in Minecraft, you just have to have two the same type of animal together, and then just breed them, and then there you go, you know. And that's still in a sense of controlling the breeding area, you know, controlling what you want bred and what you don't want to breed, you know.
Yeah.
And I like that as well because it's like so then there's no overpopulation of the farm, you know. My brain's starting to kill itself as I'm trying to explain that. But like, how can I say this? I would say that like when it comes to livestock and everything like that, it's really interesting how Minecraft and Stardew are the closest to similarities, I would say. So, and I'll at least try and finish off with that because like both of them are still fun. Either way.
Yeah.
No matter which way you look at it, both are still fun. I just say that Minecraft, sure, it's more adventuring. There's more adventuring to it, and sure, there's more of like an RPG,
There's more
but
coverage of the game.
right,
But
but
that is in no sense to mean that it's an inferior game. In the end, there's still two different games in genre because simply because of the way they play. And honestly, even from the little bit that I've heard and seen from the game, it's amazing. It honestly looks like it's a very addicting and fun game to play.
it is. Like I said, like if my computer didn't quit, I would quit on the game. I would still be playing it to this day. But
I might just try it out after this.
yeah, I
I
mean,
recommend it.
Couple of hours.
yeah. Because you are game shared with me, so you can easily go and test it out. Because I'll be on Warframe after this podcast is over. Um, but like, when it comes to now barreling more towards Minecraft and then soon over towards Terraria, where I've been playing more. Terraria and Minecraft have a good amount of similarities in a sense. Where
Yeah,
the
they
only
had a little bit of an identity between, from what I can remember.
they did have an identity crisis until they realized the difference between the two in a sense because the armors are different in Terraria than it is in Minecraft. The I know that like oh sure well there's no portals and stuff like that for Terraria where there is in Minecraft, and Terraria just has to dig down to get to freaking hell and all that, or the nether or whatever. I'm like, not entirely, because also the bosses in there's more bosses in Terraria than there is in Minecraft. Minecraft only has 2 bosses, or
Well,
3 if
even
you
though it's two
count
different
the.
game types, they don't really. They're not really the same type of game. Sure, they have like survival aspects that they
Yeah,
share, right?
right.
But in the end, Terraria looks more like a grinded up platformer, straight up like boss killing, looting, stuff like that. While Minecraft doesn't really do that. Yes, you kill zombies, and some of them may have a shovel or something, right? But it's not a looter game, right? Well, Terraria always looked to me like more of a looting type of game, right?
Yeah, it kind of is. It's
Um,
a looting, survival type of game.
yeah, they're not really the same, although they share a lot of similarities. And I really don't get people that want to compare them. You know, they're like both in very good games in their own fields, and that's like a good thing.
Yeah,
I never understood the real comparison war they had in between each other. It's like
it's
I never
because
understood it.
it's because of the survivability and because it's block like. That's why as well. On top of that, because the block like
But
aspects is on top
isn't
of
that
it.
but
It's
isn't
two
that a
D.
good? Isn't that like a good thing? Like if Minecraft's formula works, right? As long as you're not making a clone, isn't it a good thing? Like the upcoming Hytale game.
Yeah.
Like more high. I'm honestly more hyped for Hytale than I was for Elden Ring, and that says a lot.
I don't know what hightail is. Excuse me. Oof. I don't know much about hightail though, to be honest, because I've not really seen much anything about it.
Hytale looks, and it already has pre-done content on it. Just that the beta hasn't come out yet. Nobody's even like played it for the alpha. It's still in development, right?
Right.
It's been postponed for like because of Corona and stuff like that for the past like 2 years. It should have been out 2 years ago, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Um, it's been postponed, but like it's got so much stuff that Minecraft does not. Imagine your D&D campaigns, right?
Yeah.
Imagine not having to put a mod on to be able to play them out in Minecraft.
Yeah.
with a dynamic world. Even the mobs, even hostile ones, fucking have different behavioral patterns. Like there's this monster in the swamp, right? That will attack you and sneak up on you. But if you throw it a piece of chicken, it will actually just pick up the chicken and have an eating animation, right? And leave
What
you
mob
be.
is that? Is that the frog?
No, it's not a frog. It's a swamp monster. It's like a fishman thing.
I've never seen it in my entire time I've been in the swamps.
Yeah.
Is that a mod?
Not in Minecraft. No, it's Hightail. Hold on, I can.
Oh, Hightail. Oh, never mind. Anyways.
I can link the trailer if either one.
Well, yeah, but we can't be able to check it right now while we're in the podcast right now.
No, like for later. For later.
Yeah, for later.
It's definitely worth checking out.
But like, in a sense, that just literally looks like a Minecraft ripoff.
No, it's not a Minecraft ripoff. Even Notch himself knows about it, and he like loves the idea of it.
I know there's Hypixel, which is a server. I know that. Mm-hmm. And the H is looking near Hypixel.
Those people created a studio and became funded by Riot Games.
Of course, to be funded by Riot Games.
If you haven't noticed in the splash art for Riot Games, there's this little cutesy gnome-looking fellow, right? That's a Quebec. It's from Hightail.
Interesting. But, besides the point. My back. But, I'll say this as well. Terraria is a whole different animal comparing it to Minecraft. I do understand like the identity crisis at first, but it's like at the same time it's not entirely like Minecraft at all. Sure, there's some crafting to it. Sure, there's some survivability to it. Sure, there's zombies. Sure, there's slimes. Sure, there's skeletons. But the only skeletons you see in the game are usually in a dungeon. And that's for one. And for two, there's a boss known as Skeletor. On top of that, there's a boss, the Slime King. There's a boss of the evil demon eyes. Hell, there ain't no damn evil demon eyes. My brain just died. In Minecraft, there is no evil demon eyes in Minecraft. So I don't know why they had the identity crisis on that. But, there's just like a lot of things that Terraria has that's different than, Minecraft. It's like, people think, oh, well, this is close to it, or this is close to it, and I'm like, no. It sure may be somewhat like it, but it's not actually Minecraft. And, like, if I remember right, Terraria just went through their last update while back, during the Big Rona series, where it was hit the hardest. I think they had their last update, and then they just never came back to it, I think. I might be wrong, they might have updated it, but I do remember there was a video on it that they stated that it was going to be their last update for Terraria. And Minecraft's going to just keep moving forward. I don't know what's going on between that, or what's the spiel on it, if it is going to be having its last update, or it's updated again. But either way, it's sad that, people had negatives towards Terraria. And of course, people that had positives towards Terraria is still good. And the game's still fun, sure, and you can always have mods to it. And that's great as well. Mods are fun. Like, you think Minecraft mods are fun? Oh god, play Terraria mods. They're just wild. Beyond imagination. They're great. But, besides the point, I would say this, and I think I would come to a close with it. No matter what game you play, and this is going to be a usual closing for every podcast, no matter what game you play, no matter what game you like, and no matter what we state for experience that we've had, and we also state from our own opinions about the games. So, do with that with what you will. Otherwise, everyone, I can understand if this was a short podcast, just like we had last week, but it's because getting too close to a stop on a lot of things when it comes to talking, for at least certain subjects. Now, next week, we're going to be talking about a lot of the old platformers and new platformer games. And we should have Rin back definitely for that week, or that podcast. Rin should be back. So if y'all miss him, of course, give him best wishes that he gets better. And other than that, I think this is a good way to close off. Any last words you guys want to state before we close off the podcast for today?
Not much, except for enjoy games that you enjoy playing, honestly.
Yeah. What about you, Book?
And I would like to say thank you again for having me here on the podcast.
Same.
And hey, this is my second time in a row now. With luck, maybe I'll become a regular character too.
Yeah, but when we're gonna be talking about MMORPGs, that'll be later on. It won't be next week, but it'll be probably a couple weeks later. We'll be having Oblivion back with us, or Stefan back with us again.
Yep.
So be ready for that. But otherwise, platformers, we're gonna have Rin for. I don't know much if any of you two have talked with deal with that with platformers, but we'll discuss about that later. But otherwise, thank you all for coming. Please like and subscribe if you do. Of course, appreciate and like to listen to these podcasts, and turn on the notifications if you want to know when the next podcast is going to be posted. Otherwise, everyone, you all have a lovely rest of your day. To all, a good day and good night. Peace.